Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. In this offense, the tight end always seems to be open, and the quarterback always knows where to find him, Jesse.
These two are really special. I think they're going to be up for the individual awards for their respective positions at the end of the year. But, David, when this offense gets going, I really like how early they try to get the tight end involved in games. It shouldn't be any different in this one. He's a massive part of what they do throwing.
And I think that's the biggest problem to have. Exactly where he's looking. I'm going to my great tight end. It's good individual matchups. How do you want to play him? Do you want to put a safety on him? Do you want to put a linebacker on him? Like, great recognition from a QB finding a great player is not great things for the defense.
Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Looking for a big gain. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Left side is Alexander. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands.
Throws it deep. Goes high to pull it in. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. To keep it in the air. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Auburn's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intentions, and they built this D-line specifically for games like this.
Yeah, so he better be on time, right? Like, that ball needs to be able to come out. You just got to be careful. You don't get away with some of those liberties of holding on to the football, extending plays, because those dudes are in relentless pass rush mode, chasing after you. This will be a great chess match.
Right side, it's Singleton.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your 2nd drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Let's talk for a second about Auburn. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
The Tigers are marching down the field. Running to the left. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down to the air. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sells to run, looking to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Out wide left, it's Cook. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking for a big play. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. They found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Cobb. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. The 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Moving the pocket, it's Chambliss. Extending the play. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. They'll go to the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Tiger! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people... an angle on it, and he just goes and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The lone back's got it. Nice move to pick up yardage. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll need a bunch on second down.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Brown wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Singleton. Snags it, and there's running room. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. In the red area, it's Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Back to pass on second down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gill. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
First down, he'll keep it. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. The 40. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, extended the lead and taking control here in week 9.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Rush is on. He's going to take off. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw it. The short hands, it's Haas. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. On the move, he fires. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this...
Ernie on the Jets! At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Tiger. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards in the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Selling the fake. Right side, it's Gill. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Rebels want to move quickly. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Needs it. Runs through the tackle. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got the first down. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Brown will throw it. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the number 16 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
And the Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Hey guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Makes a catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Wants to go up top on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Play action on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Eccles. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Burrowing for yardage. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And they get another 1st down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get 1st downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right, making the adjustment. After the run, now to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver was going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense. This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting them.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Tight end now in motion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide right is Lacey. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. On the run is Lacey. Makes the tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Got him on the RPO. At the 40, there he goes. He's into the open down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Howie, what do you have?
Here on the Auburn sidelines, there are some really good things happening. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's changing the play. Brown wants to pass. They're all over him. Gets rid of it.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Gill. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Look out! Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the
clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might as well run him again. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Brown will throw it. Short pass. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. He'll have enough for the first down after making that grab, but we do have a player who has not yet returned to his feet. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down. And we hope he's able to return soon. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Quick give. It's Washington. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down, going to throw it. It's complete to the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Washington. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's a by this offense, and I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys,
Run the football, eat that clock.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. There's some room. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pick and pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball spit out wide to a playmaker, being ready for...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to move them on the counter. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.